wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for Saturday edition of the Truth Conductor Show. We do Saturday in Proverbs today. That's what we got going on for today. Hope everybody had a good night's sleep, man. I do not own the rights to this music, nor do I own the rights to any of this music that I play on YouTube. All right. So today is the 16th, and we'll start in the 16th chapter of Proverbs. All right, that's where we'll start. That's Proverbs is the one book in the Bible that has a chapter for every day of the month. 31 chapters in Proverbs. Okay? So whatever the day of the date is the day you can pick up. And we started this on the 11th of September. So we'll go to the 11th of October. Okay? That'll be 1 month that we'll do in Proverbs. All right? Let's pray and get into the word. Father, I thank you for the honor and the privilege to be able to gather around your word to share with your people. Speak through my mind, Lord, speak through my heart, that it may pierce the ears and give your people revelation knowledge to live the righteous lifestyle that you desire for us all. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right. Let's go to chapter 16, verse 1. The preparations of the heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. Listen to this, y'all. The preparations of the heart belong to man. See, when you scheming, when you trying to get together all the stuff you gonna say and how you gonna say it and how you gonna act, see, but the Bible says, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. How many times you done seen people slip up and say something they didn't mean to say? They headed down one thing, but just out of the blue, they blurt out something that they didn't mean to say. That's because the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. Verse 2. All the ways of a man are pure in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the spirits. In other words, what's your motive behind this? Why are you doing this? See, because a lot of people are trying to, and this is what they did with tithes and offering. Try to manipulate God with their tithes and offerings. That's what, see, if the truth be told about a lot of people that call themselves Christians that was in that tithing movement, man, they was trying to manipulate God. God, I'm going to give you something, and you going to give it back to me, regardless to how I live. And I'm sitting here trying to tell you, man, if you live right, God will give you anything you want. Okay? Verse 3. Commit your works to the Lord, and your thoughts will be established. Verse 4. The Lord has made all for himself. Yes, even the wicked for the day of doom. Verse 5. Everyone proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though they join forces, none will go unpunished. Read this again. Everyone proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though they join forces, None will go unpunished. Let me read this in the Message Bible, verse 5. God can't stomach arrogance or pretense. Believe me, he'll put those upstarts in their place. And right now, we have a lot of arrogance and people pretending to be something that they're not. That's what's been successful for folk to get out and pretend to lie and deceive and cheat. That's what they see working. They don't see right working. We don't show them right working. We only show them wrong working. And if you showed them right works, they would get in line to do the right. Okay? If they see it working. Right now, even Christians don't see right working. Verse 6. In mercy and truth, atonement is provided for, for iniquity. And the fear of the Lord, and by the fear of the Lord, one departs from evil. Jamie, what's going on this morning? How you doing? Let me read this again. In mercy and truth, atonement is provided for iniquity. Let's look at that word atonement. Let's look at that word. Atonement. Wait a minute, I gotta get the definition. All right. Atonement. Hmm. Reparations for a wrong or an injury. Atonement. Reparation for wrong or injury. I do not own the rights to this music. Okay? Don't own the rights to this music. All right. What did it say? Where was I? All right. In mercy and truth, atonement is provided for iniquity. Let's look at that word iniquity. Iniquity. Immorally or grossly unfair behavior. Iniquity. Immoral or grossly unfair behavior. So let's look at this again. In mercy and truth, all right? Atonement is provided for iniquity. Notice, atonement is provided when it's in mercy and truth. All right? It's when atonement, reparations for iniquity, which is immoral or grossly unfair. Okay? So, verse 6 in mercy and truth, atonement is provided for iniquity, and by the fear of the Lord, one departs from evil. Verse 7 when a man ways please the Lord, he makes even his enemies be at peace with him. That's why you ain't got to worry about your haters. That's some wasted energy, man. That you running around here worrying about your haters, because the Bible say when a man's ways please the Lord, he'll make even his enemies be at peace with him. People that can't stand your gut, man, will support you financially. See, that's God. When he gonna make even your enemies. When somebody's at peace with you, they'll support you. They'll uplift you. They'll back you. When they're at peace with you, And God said, man, when your ways please him, he'll make even your enemies be at peace with you. Verse 8, better is a little with righteousness than vast revenues without justice. Listen to this, y'all. Better is a little with righteousness. Let's look up that word again. Let's look up that word, righteousness, again. All right? Righteousness. The quality of being morally right or justifiable. Righteousness. The quality of being morally right. Let's look at that word morally. Morally. With, the, with reference to the principles of right and wrong behavior. So when it says, better is a little with righteousness than vast revenues without justice. Because it ain't no peace. When you're without justice, ain't no peace. Ain't no peace, man. You ain't got no peace if you ain't got no justice. Everything is out of control. It's the wild, wild west. And you got money, but you ain't got no peace. And the Bible say that you better off with a little. And you live a righteous lifestyle than that rich man that can't even turn his back. He can't trust nobody around him or her. Okay? A man's heart, verse 9, a man's heart plans his ways, but the Lord directs his steps. See, listen, a man's heart plans his ways, but the Lord directs his steps. And see, some of y'all wondering why ain't nothing working for you? Because if God gave it to you the way you see it, the way you want it, probably would destroy you. If you got it the way you see it in your mind, it probably would destroy you. See, it says a man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. Okay? So don't be upset, man, when you done came up with an idea and came up with a plan and it ain't working. Because God is directing your steps, and I don't want you to go that way. You ain't going to learn what I want you to learn. You ain't going to meet who I want you to meet if you go the way you want to go. Because 9 times out of 10, the way we want to go is easy. See, that's the easy way, the shortcut. It's the way we going to go. Verse 10. Divination is on the lips of the king. His mouth must not transgress in judgment. Let's look at that word divination. Divination, the practice of seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means. The practice, divination, The practice of seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means. So, verse 10, divination is on the lips of the king. His mouth must not transgress in judgment. Let's look at that word transgress. Transgress. Infringe or go beyond the bounds of a moral principle or other established standards of behavior. Transgress. To infringe or go beyond the bounds of a moral principle or established standard of behavior. And the Bible says divination is on the lips of the king. His mouth must not transgress. And you can't show no favoritism in this, man. You can't compromise on this. This is what it's telling you. There ain't no compromise here. You can't stray from this. You got to walk this road. Walk this straight line. That's what this is saying. Verse 11. Honest weights and scales of the Lord's. All the weights in the bag are his work. Verse 12. It's an abomination for kings to commit wickedness. Listen to this, y'all. It's an abomination for kings to commit wickedness. For a throne is established by righteousness. Verse 12. It's an abomination for kings to commit wickedness. For a throne is established by righteousness. Let me read this out of the Message Bible. Verse 12. Good leaders abhor wrongdoing of all kinds. Sound leadership has a moral foundation. Let's look at that word, abhor. All right. Abhor. Regard with disgust and hatred. When you abhor something, you regard it with disgust and hatred. And listen to this. What was that? Honest weights and scales of the Lord's all the way to the okay. It's an abomination for kings to commit wickedness, for a throne is established by righteousness. Verse 13. Righteous lips are the delight of kings, and they love him who speaks what is right. And that's not always, sometimes that's the most hated person in the world, somebody that's going to tell somebody the right thing to do, especially when it's unpopular. Example, like the gay lifestyle, okay? That everybody, is jumping on that. And if you say, man, no, that ain't the way you should be living, you're going to be hated for that, for speaking what is right. So everybody don't love what's rightly spoken. Believe that. All right? Verse 14. As messenger of death is the king's wrath, but a wise man will appease it. Listen to this. Verse 14. As messengers of death is the king's wrath, but a wise man will appease. Let's look at that word appease. Appease. pacify or placate by extending to their demands. See, in other words, in other words, you know when to fight and you know when to run. That's as simple. That's as simple as I can put it, man. You know when to fight and you know when to run. And see, and there are some people that think there's no honor in retreat. But he who fights and run away lives to fight another day. Verse 14. Oh, I just read that. All right. Verse 15. In the light of the king's face is light, and his favor is like a cloud of the latter rain. Verse 16. How much better to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding is to be chosen rather than silver. Remember, we talked about the benefits of wisdom and understanding, how important they are. Okay? Verse 17. I, I just heard that. No, because everybody haven't been with me. So let me share you. Let me share with you. This statement says right here. The highway of the upright. No. How much better to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding is to be chosen rather than silver. Listen to this. Verse. This is chapter 8. I'm gonna start at verse 14. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding. I have strength. Verse 15. By me kings reign, and rulers decree justice. Verse 16. By me princes rule, and nobles, and all the judges of the earth. Verse 17. I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently will find me. Well, what will you find when you seek wisdom and understanding? Verse 18. Riches and honor are with me, enduring riches and righteousness. Verse 19. My fruit is better than gold, yes, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. And the Bible over here says, verse 16 in chapter 16, how much better to get wisdom than gold. See, over here it says, my revenue, my fruit is better. Man, if you got something better than gold, good God Almighty, what is it that you gonna end up? Man, if God give you something better than silver and gold, shoot, you up in the house, buddy. You up in there. You up in there. If God give you something better than silver and gold, and he's saying how much better to get wisdom than gold and to get understanding is to be chosen rather than silver. Because wisdom and understanding carry power. What is wisdom? It's nothing but the I want to say understanding is the proper use of knowledge. Wisdom is knowledge. Wisdom is knowledge. Understanding is the proper use of that knowledge. Let me say that again. Wisdom is, let's see what the Bible says. Let's see what the dictionary says. Wisdom. Wisdom. The quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. That's wisdom. Understanding is the proper use of that. Because you can have all the wisdom in the world. Man, if you don't know how to use it, it's worthless. It's worthless. If you got wisdom and don't have the understanding of how to apply it, it's worthless. It's worthless. Verse 17. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. He who keeps his ways preserves his soul. Verse 18. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Pride goes before destruction. Let's look at the definition of pride. Pride, a feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction derives from one's own achievement. The feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction derived from one's own achievements. And the Bible says pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before the fall. Let's look at that word haughty. See, when you have a haughty spirit, when you got a haughty spirit, you're very, 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 listen, arrogantly superior and disdainful. You're an asshole. When you got a haughty spirit, you're an asshole. It's just that simple. Arrogantly superior and disdainful. You better than everybody and everything. You put yourself on a pedal when you got a haughty spirit. See, and the Bible say pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit, you think you more than what you are, and end up getting embarrassed before the whole congregation. Okay? Verse 19. Better to be humble. No, verse 19. Better to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. Listen to this. Verse 19. Better to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. Because you ain't gonna have no peace. You ain't gonna have no peace. Verse 20. He who heeds the words wisely will find good. And whoever trusts the Lord, happy is he. Verse 21. The wise in heart will be called prudent, and the sweetness of the lips increases learning. Verse 22. Understanding is a wellspring of life to him who has it, but the correction of fools is folly. Verse 22. Understanding is a wellspring of life to him who has it. Understanding is a wellspring. Remember, up here it says how much better to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding than to be chosen rather than silver. That's how valuable understanding is. And the Bible says understanding is a wellspring of life to him who has it, but the correction of fools is folly. Verse 23. The heart of the wise teaches his mouth, and adds learning to his lips. Listen, the heart of the wise teaches his mouth. The Bible says out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak. Okay? Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak. Whatever is in your heart in abundance, I don't care what it is, good or bad, it's going to come out your mouth. And a lot of people ain't listening to what's coming out of folks' mouths. See, they take it as a joke. And let me tell y'all something. Anytime, oh, I was just playing. You can't take a joke. Oh, man, lighten up. Whatever was said before those responses was true. Okay? Whenever a person tell you, oh, man, come on, lighten up. That's just a joke. That was true. What they said was true. Okay? Verse 24. Pleasant words are like a honeycomb, sweetness to the soul and health to the bones. 25. There's a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. Let me read this in the Message Bible. There's a way that looks harmless enough. Look again. It leads straight to hell. See, this is that LGBT community lifestyle right here. That's it. This right here. There's a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the ways of death. And see, you got a lot of these young kids out here that lifestyle seems right. It seems like it's the thing to do because it's giving you the notoriety. It's giving you the connections. It's giving you all the things that you want. But the Bible says that its end is the way of death. You see, you got to be careful, man, what you embrace it, what you believe in. And that's because a lot of people don't know their intuition. They don't know what their intuition sounds like. Verse 26. The person who labors for himself. For his hungry mouth drives him on. Verse 27. An ungodly man digs up evil, and it's on his lips like a burning fire. Listen to this, y'all. An ungodly man digs up evil. Verse 27. And it's on his lips like a burning fire. Read this in the Message Bible. Mean people spread mean gossip. Their words smart and burn. So, and that person is easy, always got some drama around them. Always got something going on. Can't turn your back on them. Can't be trusted. Verse 28. A perverse man sows strife, and a whisperer separates the best of friends. God, now, this right here touches everybody. Let's look at that word, perverse. Perverse. Did I get this right? Yeah. Here it is, perverse. Now, how come the definition ain't coming up? perverse. When you turn away from what is right or good. When you turn away from what is right or good, it's perverse. Okay? And the Bible, verse 20, a perverse man sows strife. Because you turn away from what's right and what's good. And a whisper, that's a gossiping person. And you got more people right now want to be in the know. See, it ain't who you know, it's who knows you. And see, a whisperer always want to be in the know. And it says, and a whisperer separates the best of friends. A whisperer, a liar, a gossiper will separate the best of friends. And some of y'all done walk down that road where right now you got a friend that somebody then came between you and them with some gossip. Verse 29. A violent man entices his neighbor and leads him in a way that is not good. Verse 30. He winks with his eye to devise perverse things. He purses his lips and bring about evil. You know, you ever, and this is this is what you ever been dealing with somebody trying to get something, and hey man, I got you. Give you a wink. I got a deal for you. Don't worry about it. I got you. I got you. He winks his eye to devise perverse things. Well, we already know perverse ain't right. You see, and notice when people start, winking their eye, giving you oh man, I got you. We gonna take a shortcut. We gonna cut a corner here. All right, and how many times you done seen somebody purse their lips, mad? He purses his lips and bring about evil. Okay? And see, a lot of y'all don't even pay attention to that. A lot of y'all don't even pay attention to that. 31. The silver-haired head is a crown of glory if it is found in the way of righteousness. That's a gray hair. That's gray hair. The silver-haired head is a crown of glory if it is found in the way of righteousness. Verse 32. He who is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he who rules his spirit than he who takes a city. Man, listen. What this is saying right here, that when you slow to anger, you overlook some stuff. It's just that simple. When you slow to anger, listen. Verse 32. He who is slow to anger is better than the mighty. Because you're going to overlook some stuff, man. You ain't going to get caught up in your emotions. See, you ain't going to get caught up in the drama. And the Bible say, and he who rules his spirit, than he who takes his city. When you got rule over your spirit, man, you got discipline. Let me say that again. When you got rule over your spirit, you got discipline, buddy. See, you ain't gonna be following that big ass when it walk down the street or that pretty face. Okay? That ain't gonna get your attention because you got discipline. And how do you know? Let me tell you, ladies, this is how you know if a man is working with discipline or not. Let a fine, exotic woman walk his way. Okay? A disciplined man is going to enjoy what's in front of him. That's a disciplined man. Is going to enjoy what's in front of him. An undisciplined man is the one that's going to follow her when she walks by. And anytime you dealing with a dude, you see a man, he got to look at a woman when she walk by, he's undisciplined. He's undisciplined. Okay? And he ain't got no rule over his spirit. And see, listen, he who is slow to anger is better than the mighty. And he who rules his spirit than he who takes a city. Man, when you ain't got no discipline, you'll jump in the bed with anything and everything. When you ain't got no discipline, listen, he who is slow to anger is better than the mighty. And he who rules his spirit than he who takes a city. All right? Verse 33. The lot is cast into the lap, but its every decision is from the Lord. See, see, this is what people don't seem to understand. Man, the wicked is there for God. God still controls wicked people's steps. Because they're for his day of judgment. And that's why God would give a wicked man an opportunity to save himself, to correct his ways, to turn from sin. God will give man that chance. And notice, you can only do that when you're alive. See, when you dead and gone, you can't turn from your sin. Whatever you died in, that's where you stuck. Let me say that again. See, once you dead and gone, you can't turn from nothing. See, because the Bible says death and life is in the power of the tongue. You see, and we done already, I showed you. Let me show y'all this. Listen, this is chapter 13. A man shall eat well by the fruit of his mouth. Chapter 13, verse 2. A man shall eat well by the fruit of his mouth. What you say is important. Verse 12. Chapter 12, verse 14. A man will be satisfied with good by the fruit of his mouth. Okay? So as you can see, your words have power. Your word is all you got. Your word is all you got. Because at the end of the day, when you close your eyes, you're going to be judged by the words that came out your mouth. At the end of the day, when you close your eyes for good, God gonna judge you by the words that came out of your mouth. Because those are the creators. That's how he created, with words. God said, let there be. And it was. Let there be an abundant source of wealth in my life. I keep telling y'all, man, that, you know, some of y'all ain't putting, you letting people talk you out of your dreams and your beliefs and your goals and aspirations. You're letting people tease you, talk about you, make you second guess. And as long as you allow that to happen, you'll never grow. And the reason most people are not growing right now is because they're afraid to get out and make a mistake. They're afraid. They're afraid to make a mistake. And that's why we have the conditions that we have around us right now. Because too many people are afraid to make a mistake. And as a result, look at the chaos and madness that's around us. It's there for a reason. And it's up to us to be able to counteract that. And I keep, you know, I have to motivate myself to keep getting back out here because so many people agree with what I'm doing, agree with my message, but they're scared to make me successful because they don't know what I do with the money. And see, if I'm successful, I got to talk about it. I can't be successful and not share what I'm doing and how I did it. I can't be successful if I don't uplift nobody else. That's not success. When you get all this for yourself and you ain't trying to uplift nobody else, create nobody, share with nobody else, this is the problem. See, everybody, y'all making all these people wealthy and they don't even want to share with you. And you the ones making them rich. And they look down on you like you begging. You want something for nothing. And you're the one that's caused them to be rich. And consequently, you just put everybody in the same group. And see, we're going to have to start learning how, if we're going to turn this madness around, man, we got to start separating the good from the bad. That's what we're going to have to learn how to do. Separate the good from the bad. And right now, the bad has the good scared of each other. That's the problem. Evil has good scared of each other. Good people. And some of them believe in the same Jesus and won't even speak to each other. That's the sad part. They run around here telling you about Jesus. See, and they have a lot of religious groups that come down to the White House. And this one little kid, man, he's as flaming as he wanna be. And he get on there in his gay voice, telling people how he used to be gay. And God changed him. And saying it in a gay, if God changed you, why you still talking the same way? Think about that. Think about that shit for a minute. If you change, why you still sounding the same? If you change. See, if God done wipe this out your life, you ain't still sounding the way you was. And see, and you got so many people that'll fall for the flim flam. Oh, he believe in Jesus. What? Come on, man, give me a break. Okay? Listen, this is Saturday in Proverbs. Man, thank y'all for joining. And like I said, you know, this is my favorite book because it'll teach you about life, man. It teaches you about people. It teaches you how to react, how to respond. And if you can live the life of Proverbs, man, you, shoot. Listen, I read this to y'all earlier. This is the door I'm trying to unlock, right here. Let me show you the door I'm trying to unlock. This is the door I'm trying to unlock, right here in Proverbs. This is chapter 8, verse 18. Riches and honor are with me, enduring riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yes, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I traverse the way of righteousness in the midst of the path of justice, that I may cause those who love me to inherit wealth, that I may fill their treasuries. God is saying, man, when you love wisdom, listen, hold on, let me show you. Let me show you. Listen, this is chapter 4, verse 5. Get wisdom, get understanding. Do not forget nor turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not forsake her, and she will preserve you. Love her, and she will keep you. Verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and in all thy getting, get understanding. All right? Let me read verse 7 again. This is chapter 4, verse 7. Proverbs. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. Get the knowledge. Get the knowledge. And in all you're getting, get understanding how to be able to apply it. Listen, verse 8. Exalt her, and she will promote you. She will bring you honor when you embrace her. She will place on your head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory. She will deliver to you. That's understanding. That's understand. Ain't got nothing to do with tithes and offerings. God saying right now, let me go back. That I may cause those who love me. This is chapter 8, verse 21. That I may cause those who love me to inherit wealth, that I may feel their treasure. Man, you know when God causing you to do something, that's some shit you walk into. That's something you stumble up on. When God start causing, ain't no explanation for it. See, when God start causing things happening in your life, ain't no explanation for it. You following your intuition, and bam, look what you run into. And see, y'all, Let me show you. Let me show you something. Show you how God works. I think I got this picture on Twitter. Let's see. Let me show y'all something. See, see, God can take this moment right here, can take this moment right here and cause me to inherit wealth. Can cause. See, and this is why you always have to be mindful, man, of how you treat people, because you don't know who you're dealing with. See, and sometimes when you think doing something in vain will be the moment that you'll get a surprise. Man, wow, somebody was paying attention. Like, I've been going down to the White House, man, and, you know, people think, I guess they think I'm being paid to do that. And consequently, they come up and ask for their national anthem be played and look at the bucket and say, do I have to pay for this? No, if you want to give a donation, fine. If you don't, it's okay. And a lot of them don't put nothing in the bucket. And I have to sit there and endure that. And sometimes I feel like, man, I'm wasting my time. But then God will come along and say, don't worry about it. I'm going to send the right person at the right time. I'll send the right person your way. And it'll be a blessing to you. Man, I've had so many people to be touched by playing their national anthem in front of the White House. I keep telling people, man, folk are going to be surprised at how many people actually know about this message all over the world right now. See, that's another story. I don't even want to get into that. Anyway, man, thank you for joining me for Saturday in Progress. This is life we're talking about, y'all. This is how you live your life, okay? And nobody's perfect. And you're going to stumble when you start doing this. But when you do, get back up, man. Repent of your sin and get back up and start over again. See, because when you repent, you turn away from what you're doing. You don't repent and go back and repeat it. That ain't repent. See, and a lot of people call themselves repenting and go right back to doing what they did. See, that's deliberate. Okay? That's deliberate. So when you repent from something, you turn away from it, man. You don't do it no more. All right? So thank y'all, man. I'm gonna go and enjoy 11 o'clock the rest of my Saturday, because I ain't doing nothing today. This is God's day. I just listen. I got up this morning, took me a shower, and put my shirt and my vest on. I'm sitting here in my underwear. I'm sitting here in my underwear. That's right. I'm doing this. I ain't got the dress. I ain't standing up. So yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here right now in my underwear. I ain't got no pants on. Imagine that. I can hear, ooh, stand up, let me see. Not negative. No, you ain't got to see. Here. So you see, I ain't lying. See my leg. I'll show you my leg. Show you. I ain't sitting here lying. And see, let me tell you, a lot of people um, don't realize how expensive it is to upkeep your wardrobe, cleaning. If you got to go to cleaners, man, you got to keep your stuff up on top. Listen, I do my own shirts. I do my. Matter of fact, let me show you. See, I just got some. Look how stiff they are. I just started some shirts yesterday. Okay, I'll show you. I just I just I just started some shirts yesterday. Okay, I do my own shirts because I can do them like I like them. But if I had to pay somebody to do this, man, imagine what that expense would be. Okay, so and then it's getting ready to get cold now again. I'm gonna save even more money because now when it get cold, see, I'm gonna be putting on a sweater. I ain't got to worry about a white shirt. I put on any kind of shirt, as long as I still got this hat on, because I'm gonna be layered, and I don't have a jumper on. See, so I ain't got to worry about the black pants, the white shirt. I can put on anything under that jumper, because you ain't gonna see it. All I need to keep is this hat. So you can know, there he is right there. There that hat is. That's all I got to do. See, so when it get cold, and like I can only get one day out of this shirt. But when it's cold, man, I could wear a shirt for 5 days. You wouldn't even know it because you wouldn't see it. But because you see this, man, I have to keep it up. But when you don't see it, man, I could wear anything I want to. As long as I keep, cause the hat is the brand. Okay. Anyway, I don't want to get off on this.